Yo, what's up guys? Crenshaw the Barber here with another video. If this is your first time tuning into the channel, we're going to be covering all kind of things within the barber industry. But today, we got a video that is going to cover 5 tips that will help you grow your clientele base. Alright? So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first tip that we're going to cover is location. Most important tip of all 5. If you're in a heavily populated place, that's going to lead to more walk-ins. This is important, man. I've been at some shops where the location was kind of ducked off. That's going to lead to a little bit more issues as far as trying to get people in your chair. You're going to have to market a lot more on like social media, ads, all that stuff. Now when you choose your location, you want to be mindful of the environment of the shop. You want to be in an environment where you're welcome, where your customers feel welcome. The reason why you want this is because I've been in shops where the environment wasn't as pleasant to be in, so it kind of led for me personally to be in a different mood where I was not really feeling the environment, therefore I wasn't really interacting with my clients. If you don't feel comfortable, more than likely the energy is going to be picked up by your client. Make sure the environment is good. It's going to be very key and vital to the success of you building a clientele. Number 2, how you treat your walk-in clients. The reason why I call them walk-in clients is because you have a chance to turn every walk-in that comes in and sit in your chair into a client. I've done it. We understand that there are walk-ins, but you don't want to treat them as a walk-in. You want to treat them like you've been cutting their hair for years. They don't want to feel any more uncomfortable than they already do coming into a new shop, a new environment, trusting you, a complete stranger. So when you get this walk-in in your chair, don't rush the haircut, alright? Treat it like a normal service, take your time, be very attentive to what they want. I'm telling you, this is going to go a long way. This is how you're going to establish trust with these people. Personally, I normally don't consider a person a client until after their 3rd visit. By that time, the first time, you know, we are breaking the ice. The second time, I am capitalizing on what I learned from my last time with them, and then the 3rd time it's like they love what they have, and now we're more comfortable and we're building on our first visit. So I believe that first impressions go a long way, and you only have one first impression with a walk-in, in my opinion. The first time that they sit in your chair, if you take care of them and you do them right, you'll have a client for a very long time, trust me. Alright guys, so tip number 3, we're going to cover social media. If you're a new or established barber, you should be posting all the time. People are always on their phone. Trust me, I see it all day. You see it yourself. You want them to be reminded of who they should come to when they need that fresh cut for that event, that wedding, first day of school, whatever it may be. You want to be fresh on their mind. When it comes to the social media aspect, you want to be consistent. You want to choose days that you know that it's going to be easy for you to post your best work. Me personally, I like to post Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I like to be on people's radar earlier in the week. I already know by Wednesday, they're already thinking about Thursday, Friday, Saturday, what they want to do, who they want to spend their time with on the weekend, etc. So I already want them to know who they can trust that's going to be available for them to cut their hair. Alright guys, so tip number 4 is my personal opinion on how I approach building a clientele base. And that is, be professional. I can't say it any other way than be professional. But I am going to break it down to 4 parts. The first part is be presentable. I can't tell you how many times I've had people sit down in my chair and they told me that the reason why they chose me is because they seen that the way I presented myself on my social media, how I presented myself on my Booksy link. So when these people come into your chair, they want to sit down in a chair of someone that they, in a sense, look up to. If you're looking good, if you're looking fresh, like they're going to assume that you're going to do the same type of work on their haircut. I know it's kind of crazy to think of, but I've heard it countless times, and I'm a firm believer in it now, that if you are presentable, it's going to actually add to your process of helping you build your clientele base. The second part of this, be on time, is very important, okay? People have things that they have to take care of outside of coming and get their haircut. When I was younger, I would sit in the barbershop for 5-6 hours, but it was what it was at the time. People are considering that they have their wife, their kids, their significant other, they're on their lunch break or whatever, and so you just want to be mindful. If people are booking a certain time, they're expecting for you to be ready for them at that time. It's going to be vital for your success in building your clientele base. The third part of this is be reliable. Can people trust you? Can they trust that you're going to show up? Can they trust your suggestions? This is a working relationship that you're going to have to build like any other relationship. Can they trust that you are going to provide them with an excellent service? All this is going to be able to convey to them that you are a reliable barber. It's very important. I don't want you guys to look over this. And finally, be respectful. I can't tell you how many people I've seen walk away from their barber because the barber got out of line, because they were arguing over crazy stuff like who was better, Michael Jordan or LeBron, and literally got into fistfights because they were just being disrespectful. Not that it's disrespectful to disagree with someone, but in the way that you do it, in the way that you conduct yourself when you're in disagreement with someone, okay? So me personally, I just try to stay away from the controversial conversations unless it's someone that I've like really built a cool relationship with and they actually want to hear what my opinion is. All right guys, so last but not least, the fifth tip is going to be trust the process. You can do all of the things that I mentioned before and your results may be different based on your location, based on your personality, based on a number of different things. But I do believe that the energy that you put into this, building your clientele base, the results are going to happen. Personally, moving from one state to another state, it took me roughly about 6 months to build a clientele base that I was happy with. With that being said, the first 3 to 4 months, it sucked. I really struggled with where I was as a barber because I was not happy with what I was seeing. There was a lot of walk-ins, and every single walk-in that I got, I took care of them, made sure that they were happy before they got out of my chair. And those people that I really took care of, they are still here today. Trusting the process is going to be probably the most difficult part, if I'm being honest, because you're going to be posting constantly, you're going to be taking great pictures, you're going to have the walk-ins that sit in your chair and they may not come back. It may not even be because you didn't do a great job. It just may be that these people were in between their barber because their barber was out of town, so you can't get discouraged if someone doesn't come back. But trust me, if you take care of the people, they will know where they can go and get a solid haircut. So if you guys have learned something from this, I would definitely like to see you comment down below, give me some feedback. So that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you for your time. If you made it this far, consider subscribing. I appreciate you guys. Crenshaw the Barber, I'm out.